Assalamu alaikum, ladies. I'm back. Oh no. So, I know. Let's not talk about it, okay? Let's forget. Let's forget that I'm so bad at YouTube. I suck. I'm terrible. But it's alright, let's just forget about it. Let's start new. It's a new year. Okay? So what have I been up to? I would think the last couple of months I've been really intense on acne. I made it a mission. It was mission impossible because there was just nothing that I did not do except the medical route. I don't like dermatologists. I never have, so I didn't do any of that. Like, what is it that they give you usually? Like strong stuff with side effects, and I didn't want to do that. So of course, where I always go first would be diet. And I didn't want to lose weight. I just wanted to like detox, which I thought would like purge everything out. So you have spots on your face, which I never had. By the way, I never had acne. Like as a teen, ever. I never had problems from here up. Because the rest, there was always like eczema, dryness, whatever. But here, it was all good. And I guess, it had to get me someday, and it got me now. And another thing I thought, well, hormones, because I'm at that age, but, that was logical, especially when you get them, like, over here. But, sometimes the cheeks, but here, that automatically says hormones. But I thought I'd give it a good cleansing, and I went about it by doing the liver, because usually the liver is kind of associated with skin. So, a lot of water, a lot of lemon, a lot of teas, a lot of herbs like milk, thistle, and I went crazy with turmeric, and here's these other herbs, Chinese herbs, that were really good for acne. But, a good cleansing of my Vitamix, it was on its last leg, because I would literally use it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A lot of greens. I did so much, like salads, and so I was doing the good thing. So, I mean, whatever, at least I was doing about, I was going about it really healthy, so I thought. But I think the stress that brung in itself didn't make the acne go away, but actually made it worse. Either that or cleansing made everything purge out even more. So I don't know, I'm not a doctor, never said that I was, so know that. But when I started taking it easy and living a little bit more of a moderate lifestyle, I would say that that's when my face started clearing up. Finally. It took a really long time. So if I can make one suggestion for anybody who suffers with that, because it is, and some people get it really bad, like the cystic acne. I mean, I've seen pictures of girls, poor things, and they don't even face the world. It gets that bad, and they get depressed and everything. I would say stress is probably the #1 culprit. And when you just think about it and obsess over it, the worse it gets. So when you just kind of like lay back and just chill, try that, because that's what really helped me just kind of like, chillax. Exercise. I started doing a lot less cardio. I don't go to the gym or anything. But I started doing a lot less cardio. I still do Zumba. I do like, classes, but I only do that once a week. And that's not that expensive. But at home is where I've really been doing the exercise. And it's cold now, so I can't go out running or anything. So I'm home and I'll do weights, and I love it. I've never really done weights before in my life, and now I see what a difference it makes as far as if you measure yourself, or if you see a real difference in like your clothes, like when you wear it and how they hang on you. But I weigh myself a lot less and measure and see how I look like in clothes a lot more. And I look at a lot of fitness magazines. I'm not going to show you the, but they're just so useful, because the pictures itself are very inspirational. Mostly they tell me about how not to get carried away because I don't want to look all like Arnold Schwarzenegger and so like masculine that way. That's not the look I'm going for at all. But they are funny, aren't they? But like the pictures, like the pictures that they show you how to do exercises, I love that. And I love the recipes. And there's so many fitness magazines out there. There's Shape, there's Women's Health, there's Fitness, there's so many. And I just like, I was never into that. I would go to like fashion magazines or Time magazine or like, you know, boring like that. But I'm new to fitness magazines and I'm loving it. And flu outbreak. Now, as you know that I'm a tree hugger and all that. I'm, you know, like, this is controversial, I know, and I'm probably going to be killed. Don't judge me. But I don't do vaccines, I don't do flu shots, I don't do any of that, and I guess you expected that, right? But, I do vitamins, I do a lot, like, I do hormone replacements a healthy way, and if you want to talk more about that in depth, I will. But, stock up on your vitamin D. Ask your doctor. But I take 5,000 IUs. Ask your doctor, okay, though? Because remember, I'm not a doctor, and this is just what works for me and my family. But I take vitamin D. In the winter time, you should take more. At least I should take more. I double it a couple times a week. And if I feel like on the onset of me getting sick, I'll probably even triple it. So vitamin D is so important in the winter too because you could get kind of depressed without getting sun for days and days, and just it messes up with your immunity. And I just feel like it helps with skin and hair and my immunity and my sleep and so much. So ask your doctor about vitamin D. You probably know because it's out there and everybody talks about it. What books I'm into? Okay, so my oldest is 13. I have a 13-year-old boy. I know. Do you believe it? I have 4 kids, but my oldest is 13, and he's a boy. So when I buy books for him, he hates my choices. And I think because I kind of look for girl heroine books, like with a good heroine. I just kind of like, like this one in particular, she's so resourceful, and the ending of this book, I don't want to give too much away, is so bravo. So this is Book of 1,000 Days, and I don't know, I think it's like a classic. I may be wrong, but well, this author's not that old. Shannon Hale, and Stephanie Myers likes it. She's the author of Twilight, and it is kind of like in that, not like yucky, silly romance, but sweet and nice, and I like the ending, and I'm really suck at explaining, but I love this, and my son hates it. And another book that I got it and ended up reading myself, although he probably did read it and didn't tell me, because I mean, it's written for his age, although I have to admit, after I read it, this is called The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I have to admit, after I read it, I wasn't sure about him reading it because it's a prickly age for kids. They make books for them so that they can enjoy it and everything, because they're teens, young teens. They make it where they make certain allowances, and like, when it's like young love or anything like that, I'm just like, oh, I'm just not ready for you to be reading this yet. So yeah, I'm one of those moms. I'm just kind of like not ready to, I don't know, read a certain situation. Although I know him and his friends probably are. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. And don't they all say that? I just wonder. Why do they all have to say that? It is an indie bestseller, although I'm not surprised. And it's about these couple kids where they go to a cancer treatment center. I don't know what it is that you call those places where, a support group, okay. And right off the bat, you know that this is going to be a sad book, and it is. Oh gosh, I can't talk about it because I'm going to start crying. But it's so heartbreaking, and going into it you already know what's gonna happen, so it's, you know, just have your box of tissues because it's just one of those books. And talk about sad, and I don't mean it like in a sad way. I mean like it's so beautiful that it makes you cry. Literally, this book it's such a fast read. It's, look at that, it's a booklet. You will finish it in one night, even if you're as busy as me. It's called Reclaim Your Heart by Yasmin Mogahed, and it's been talked about all over the place at YouTube, so I know you've heard about it. It is as beautiful as you've heard the reviews talk about. It's just beautiful, like so beautifully written, and I'm not lying when I tell you that this book is damp, because you'll just like start to cry. You'll just start to cry because it's so beautiful. The words, and just so, it speaks to you. It speaks to anyone. It's just, oh gosh. It's deep. And so my acne, the books, the fitness, the vitamin D, the couponing, I'm not the one to ask. I am so bad, but at least I'm trying. I got the little, it's small, but it's heavy, and you know, they're all like expired, and because I don't do conventional shopping, it's not filled with a lot of conventional coupons, so that's why I'm bad. I'm just so terrible. But because trying to be healthy, that kind of lifestyle could be kind of expensive, you're gonna have to try to force yourself if you